So, welcome back to another video episode for you guys today, Tech and Gaming Reviews. So, this is what we were practically talking about yesterday on our gameplay video of Spider-Man, where we were talking about how Xbox has announced that they are increasing the prices for Xbox Game Pass and as well as adding a new tier. And the price increase, especially for Ultimate, is not something that we're actually like mad about. It's just the fact that now there is a new tier and we are actually going to read it to you, and this might actually make you guys mad just as well, and it's like misleading, it's misinformation, so it's just confusing to the consumer. Let's just put it that way. So this is coming from The Verge, and it states Microsoft is hiking the price of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and launching a new standard tier. Now, here's where it gets very, very interesting. It says a new tier of Xbox Game Pass standard subscription will launch in the coming up months without day one games. That is right, fellas. You heard it, and you see it right there. Without day one games. And that is actually pretty much what made Game Pass so valuable, so relevant, and just so popular for the Xbox platform, is you get to play those games day one, whether if it's a third-party game like Call of Duty, Apex Legends, or whatever, the list goes on, or whether if it's a first-party game like Halo Infinite or Fable the Reboot, like you name it, whether if it's a third-party or a first-party game, you had the option to play those games on day one, but not with this new standard subscription, you don't. So, let's go ahead and continue to read off, because there might be something that's going to make a lot of people mad, and especially some that are on this certain subscription of Game Pass. So, it continues on, and it says, Microsoft is planning to hike its Xbox Game Pass Ultimate pricing again in September, alongside launching a new standard subscription that doesn't include day one access to first-party Xbox games. The Xbox maker has started emailing Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers warning of a price increase to $19.99 a month that starts on September 12th. So, essentially, it's just $3 more. Some people don't like this, but to an extent that some people don't actually care for this, because, it's literally just $3 more. It's not like they raised the price of like $10 to $20 more. Like what Sony has did with the PlayStation Plus. When you look at Extra and Premium, where they went like $30 to $40 more, like like that's just insane at this point. The PlayStation just raised its prices like a whole new level. Like you were basically paying like a 30% increase of PlayStation Plus. So this right here is definitely nowhere near or even close to as bad as what Sony did last year with the PlayStation Plus subscriptions. But it goes to say on September 12th, a $3 increase over the current $16.99 a month pricing. PC Game Pass, on the other hand, will also see a price hike in September, with the service moving from $9.99 to $11.99 a month. $2 for PC Game Pass, no big deal. The maintaining access to day one titles. So, right there is a little bit more confusing. So, you're going to be paying $12 a month for Xbox Game Pass for PC. You get day one releases, and you get the better versions of those games to where you can customize the graphics however that you want with them. You can customize your frame rates, the quality. You get to do whatever you want with the graphics and the performance of it. So, you get more options for a less price, and you get day one releases for PC. And you want to know what else? You get free online multiplayer, too. which is something that a lot of people bring up, and I honestly am with them on this. Like, we shouldn't have to freaking pay. I was about to say play there, but we shouldn't have to freaking pay to play online for games that we spent like 60 to 70 freaking bucks for. And then we have to pay, like, let's say for an example, you buy like 5 or 6 games a year. Like, your biggest games is Call of Duty, Battlefield, Grand Theft Auto, and the next minute, it's like, hey, you have to pay $60, $70 a year just so you can play all the features on those games, and it's ridiculous. We shouldn't have to pay to play online, whether if it's on PC or console. It should be immediately free for everything, but that's not how the console manufacturers see it. It's like, nope, you got to give us more money to access the features of a full game that you bought. It's stupid. But maintaining day one titles, if you're outside of the US and wondering how the price increases affect your own subscription, Microsoft has a full list of all the worldwide price changes here. But the price increase come just before Microsoft plans to add Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Now, there is something that people are getting Microsoft for, and it's the fact that when they were just finishing purchasing the acquisition of Activision Blizzard last year in October, I believe, it was just about the time that I moved into this house is when they officially bought Activision Blizzard. They stated that this would not be raising price increase. This was not going to make price increases come for Xbox Game Pass. Well, what do you know? Black Ops 6 is not even out yet. We still have literally 3.5 to almost 4 months. And guess what? We got a price increase after they said it would not. So, however, they lied and it actually got worse. They did this before the game even came out. But minus all of that, Microsoft plans to add Call of Duty Black Ops 6 and other first-party Xbox games to its Game Pass service later this year. The price increase will largely affect Ultimate subscribers who make up the vast majority of Game Pass subscribers and come just over a year after the last Game Pass price hikes raised rates by $1 to $2 a month. Now, we're getting ready to get to the spicy part. And this definitely is not going to affect us, thank goodness. But here is where it gets spicy right here. It says, alongside the Ultimate and PC Game Pass price hikes, Microsoft will also offer a new option for an Xbox Game Pass standard subscription without day one titles that will be priced at $14.99 per month for new users to the service. And then here we go. The existing Xbox Game Pass for console subscription will continue for existing subscribers, but new Game Pass subscribers won't be able to select the console option starting July 10th until the new Game Pass standard subscription is available. Microsoft says Xbox Game Pass standard will be available in the coming months. But guess what? You don't get day one releases on the new standard tier. But if you are currently using the console tier, you still get freaking day one titles. Now, this is definitely just so stupid. I might actually get Ultimate. It's not going to affect us. But the problem is like, we already got some features that Ultimate includes, and then other features we don't even use that Ultimate brings, like cloud gaming and PC Game Pass and whatever. Like, we don't really play cloud gaming because it still is far away in the future until we can actually get good enough games, or well, till games can actually work right while streaming is what I'm trying to say. Like, we are just so far away from that future. Like, it's not going to be probably for at least another 20 to maybe 30 years. Like, even with people with fast internet, can't even stream games that great. So, we don't really stream our games. And PC Game Pass, we barely play our PC, so we don't even really use PC Game Pass because we barely play our PC and we only have a selection of games that we do play on our PC. So, in reality, the Ultimate subscription, we don't even use half the features that it gets. So, I don't want to do that. But I like to be able to play day one releases without, Xbox Live Gold because we're always going to buy a year of gold. Well, it's now technically called Xbox Game Pass Core. So we would just still continue to pay the year for Xbox Live Core, or Xbox Game Pass Core, I should say, that used to be the gold. So we really don't need Ultimate. But I guess if it comes to it, we probably may. But the tricky thing is that you're now going to be paying $240 a year. That is insane. So when you add that up, 20 times 12, you're going to be paying $240 a year. Like, that's just insane when you could literally buy 3 to 4, maybe at most 5 games for that price, depending on how much that they cost. So it's insanely just, like crazy. So, yeah. But we can continue to use the Game Pass console since we are automatically getting renewed. Thankfully, we can continue to use it, and I'm so glad that it is. But here's where it continues to end, and it says the new standard option also includes online console multiplayer access, which is something that Xbox Game Pass for console lacked previously. Existing Xbox Game Pass for console subscribers will only be able to stack up to 13 months from September 8th, but this won't impact existing stacks. I reviewed in May that Microsoft was considering raising Xbox Game Pass Ultimate price again, aimed to debate around the adding of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 to the service. A price increase to the top tier will help offer Microsoft adding a Activision Call of Duty series to the Game Pass, and it has been largely expected to share since Microsoft made the acquisition. So, right there, even though Microsoft said, right when they were just finishing up closing the deal on Activision Blizzard, that they would not increase the price. Like, Call of Duty coming to Game Pass would not be an affection of increasing the price of Xbox Game Pass. Well, here we are. Before even Call of Duty does, however, go to Game Pass, we get a price increase, even before the release of Black Ops 6, which we're like 3.5 to 4 months away. But here's the chart that we can look at. So if you look at this chart, there's also another thing, okay? Look at Xbox Game Pass Core, okay? Used to be $60 a year, like we were talking on our previous video. But now, if you are just somebody who casually just likes to play games, you only play a selection of a select few games a year, and it's like Call of Duty and Battlefield or whatever, and you've always bought the Xbox Live Gold subscription just to be able to play those select few games that you play with your friends, well, now you're going to be paying $75 a year for that instead of $60. So, right there, now you're going to be paying $15 more a year just to be able to play those games online with your friends that you currently play. I'm telling you, man, this is just getting out of hand. It's ridiculous. It's just stupid at this point. But there is a pro-consumer thing I have to give Microsoft. Now, PlayStation Plus Essential is $80 a month. So with Xbox Game Pass Core, you at least get $5 off than what PlayStation Plus offers, but you do get a bonus, and it's 25 Game Pass games. Now, granted, they're not completely day one releases or new games, but with you paying for the multiplayer, I can honestly say, like in a way, the $75 a year for getting online multiplayer access, but also getting at least 25 different Game Pass games that you can play for free, that's definitely a benefit I will have to give. Because with PlayStation Plus Essential, you get the free games a month, but you don't get, like, what they offer. Like 25 games, like, on their most popular service. So, that's where I kind of in a way will have to give Game Pass Core for the $75 a year, but I think Microsoft should give just the $60 a year just for somebody to pay for the online and without the 25 games. That's what I think they should honestly do, because people are definitely going to be mad that don't like Game Pass, that only play a selection of a few games, and they pay for $60 a year just to have access to play with their friends that they play online with. But now they're going to have to pay $75. But here's Game Pass Standard. It is going to be $15 a month, and you get the 25 Game Pass games as well as all kinds of others, and the online multiplayer access, which is the one we don't, or the one that we're on, which is Game Pass Console, does not include that, which I would be totally okay with that. But here is where it says, not day one release titles added, but they will get added into a future date. So pretty much it seems like a game could come out and it would be 3, 6, 9 months, maybe even a year. Those games will get added to the standard service. Now, this is what Game Pass is known for, is literally day one releases. But guess what? You got to go for the ultimate. You got to pay more money. It's like, hey, you want these day one releases? Nope. You got to give us more money. But then Game Pass for PC is even cheaper, and you get most of the majority of access. So look at this. You get like all the Game Pass titles, you get day one releases, and you get the best versions of those games to let you customize your, frame rate and your graphics. You get the best option, and you get more options when you play Game Pass on PC. So you're paying less with more features. But on console, if you go to standard, you're paying a few bucks more for less features. It doesn't make any sense. I know. It just does not. But that's where Microsoft actually decided to go. And I think that it's going to eventually bite them in the freaking ass. Because this is just misleading. It's misinformation. It's confusing the consumer with all these different freaking tiers. Like, you have to pay $75 a year to play online, but get 25 different Game Pass games. You pay $15 a month for online multiplayer and the selection of games, but not day one releases. Then Ultimate gives you much more advantages. Then PC Game Pass gives you almost the same as Ultimate, minus just a couple less features, but for a less price. And then current existing Game Pass console users can still enjoy the $11 or whatever dollars a month, and they still get day one releases on their Xbox console, whether it be an Xbox One or an Xbox Series console. So this is just so freaking confusing to the consumer, and I think Microsoft needs to, they need to figure something out. They need to do a better freaking way at this stuff. Doing... not confusing the consumer is what I'm trying to say. Not be like, oh, you get this, you pay more to get less for this. You can get PC and get more features for less, and then you get to continue with this with more. You get my point? It's so confusing. It's so freaking confusing to the consumer, because now they have to pay $75 a year just to be able to play online with their friends. And then you got a $15 monthly plan without day one releases. And then Ultimate still gives you that. Then you got PC Game Pass for $12 a month with most of the features that Ultimate has, minus maybe just a couple like cloud gaming and the 25 games. And then you can continue to use Game Pass console as long as you got it getting automatically renewed and you get day one releases without online multiplayer. So it's so confusing. It's just people can go to GameStop or whatever and get whatever, and they're going to be like, okay, well, which one is the best one to do? And I'm on a tight budget. What do I do? And they're not going to know what to do, because Microsoft does not know how to freaking make things right and how to put these in the right order at all. And it's Microsoft's been doing this for the last several years at this point. So, I mean, honestly, I just don't know. I think Microsoft just continues to kill the Xbox brand. Now, before everybody completely says, I'm a PlayStation fanboy or whatever, that is not true, because I love Xbox, I love PlayStation, I love Nintendo, and I love PC. I love all of the above. and I enjoy playing on every single console out there. But I want the best for all consoles, and whenever a manufacturer such as Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, whatever, whenever they make a big mistake, I'm going to call them out for it. And this is definitely another thing I got to call out Microsoft for. And it's misleading, it's misinformation to the consumer, and it's just confusing to the consumer about which plan is the best option. But other than that, that's pretty much going to do it for this video. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you could, smack that like button and subscribe if you are new to this channel, and we will keep you posted with more content going forward, including our Xbox 360 Select Few Games video that we just bought that's going to be coming up here shortly. And then let us know in the comment section down below if this absolutely makes you mad at Microsoft, especially with the way that you're getting, you know, like Game Pass Standard, you're getting less features for a more price, and PC Game Pass is getting more for a lesser price, and then, you know, the whole Game Pass for console, that people that are already on it can continue to use it as long as the money is getting automatically taken out. So yeah, it's just confusing. So you just let us know in the comment section down below if this upsets you or confuses you, and if you think Microsoft should do a better way than this at describing Game Pass and the prices, and, you know, organize this crap a lot better. But that's going to pretty much do it for this video. So this is Tech and Gaming Reviews. So rate, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. So, sha.